Good evening, good
What's
evening.
Hey,
up, lady?
girl.
How are you? Oh, God, you look amazing. You look amazing.
Oh, thank you kindly.
I know
I'm
I
in
look
bed.
rough. I'm trying to do my hair. But like I was saying, I'm so proud of you how you just snapped back like ain't nothing happened before we even knew you was divorced. You know, you came back looking good, working out and all kind of stuff. Actually you was married before we didn't know nothing about, and there was so much controversy. It was
Tell us, we want to know what happened. How did it happen? We want to know. Was y'all skipping
they
in the
want to know
grass
if
and
you
stuff?
a
And then
304. That's what they want to know. Is you a 304? Because they said that you was just associated with the 304s.
Okay. No, I have never been a 304. I used to run an escort service about 16, 17. If I'm pausing, I'm getting a call coming through. I had an escort service that I was running. I'm from the Bay Area. I've been around some of the most reputable, bona fide pimps in America.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that. And, since the age of like 16, 17 years old, I've just been laced, and I've been around people that gave me a lot of wisdom, a lot of ism. And that's how we rocked with it, But besides that, I was also in a game where I was
Oh,
selling dope. I was selling dope. I was doing dope.
at least you honest. I know that's right.
I am very honest. I'm very, very honest. I was making a lot of money, and I think it was too much money for me at that young age to understand what to have done with it, So I was moving too fast, and I
Right.
got caught up.
What were you?
But yeah, I was oh shoot, I think the first probably around 18. I started around 18, and then the girls that I had that were working for me, that started
So
around the age
you
of
had a real
22
escort
till
service.
about 25, 26. It was a legitimate service, yes. Yes,
we're in the Bay.
in the Bay, in San Francisco, California.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was cool, and most of my girls were appropriate. I had a limo company too. And I had lady chauffeurs, you know what I'm saying? They would come pick up the clients, and then, whatever happened then, it was all timed, and yeah, they would drop them off, go with them to the room and hang out, and then come back downstairs and pick up the next
Right.
client, and we were
So
rocking
you
like
ran
that.
the escort service and shit. You was the madam. Shit. So how did you meet Sugar Free?
I met him in Oakland, California. He was at a concert. Have you heard of Hyro Day? Are you guys
No, I'm
familiar with the
from
Bay?
California, but I've been gone for a long
No.
time.
Okay. But
I
well,
just
yes.
be
So,
on the blade when I'm there, so.
okay.
This
This one, shoot,
show is.
that's one of the toughest blades to be on, girl. On E14, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were we seen each other at a concert. My good friend of mine runs that show every year, and he gave me a little pass to go backstage. And as soon as I walked in, it was an outdoor venue, and Sugar was, I don't know, maybe like 40 feet away from me, and we were passing through all these people, and I locked eyes with him, and we didn't take our eyes off each other the entire time. I was walking around all the way to him. It was like, so there was that strong connection there. And my mutual friend introduced us, and he took a liking to me. A few weeks after that, he slid into my DMs. But it was really like, he was he's a very private person, you know what I mean? And so it was really like, how are you doing? And then I wouldn't hear from him in like, for the next month or two. And then, again, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So it was he was watching me for about a year before he actually told me that he wanted to see me. And then he was coming out to the Bay Area, and he wanted to see me. He was like, hey, I'll be in your area in a couple of weeks. I really want to see you. So we got to see each other. And a week after that, he came back to the Bay to see me
service
again.
at that time.
No. This is recent. This is probably like 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh, so you just started talking to him
I talked to him a year ago.
Yeah, we got.
When y'all met up, you didn't have your escort service.
No, not at all. Sugar has retired from the game about 13 years ago himself.
I didn't even know that he was really in the game. I thought he just I thought he just did pimp music. I've been in the game a long time. I never knew him had no hoes.
He did. I don't think he went cross country or international.
Studio pimp.
But he did have. He's a studio boyfriend.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think so either. Like I said, I think my opinion was that he just did music for the pimps.
Right. We can't compare him to Gangsta Brown, Fillmore Slim, or white folks. That makes no sense. I understand that part. But he's he got it in him.
Probably from being around
him.
Do he got it in him because he's light skinned with a ponytail? Like, because a lot of times that just works in your favor. You know what I mean? Like,
right, the hair.
A lot of times.
The hair.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you soon as you met him, you met up with him, he asked you to marry him. You asked him to marry. Like, how did that happen?
Right. So the fourth time I actually seen him in my life, on the fourth time, he asked me to marry him, and we went to Vegas and got married on the fourth time of us seeing each other. He's a very wise man and experienced. He's 53 years old. So, that quote, when if something is understood, it doesn't have to be explained. So just by us having really solid conversations a few times, it was enough for him to understand that I'm what he wanted, and needed, apparently, at that time. So I wasn't prepared at all. He hit me out of nowhere. I mean, he booked me a flight.
For the flight.
I was getting on the flight in the morning at about midnight. Yeah, pay for everything.
Right.
I wouldn't have it any other way. And so at 12 o'clock at night, I looked at my phone, and I had a text message from him. He doesn't like to talk on the phone much. So it was text message. He said to me, "What is your room size?" And girl, I could not sleep all night. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like I had to call my mama in the morning. I was like, girl, like, why is he asking me this? So I, at the most, I thought it was going to be like a promise ring, or maybe an engagement, but I couldn't fathom the thought of us actually doing the thing like that, but it happened.
So how was it? Like, it was 4 months. How was the best 4 years of 4 months of his life?
2 months.
Because I see. Right, but y'all was together 4. Okay, married for 2. Because it seemed like he just started posting you all the time, and seemed like y'all was having fun, and it was like.
So altogether, known for 4, altogether married for 2.
Yes.
But it seemed
I
like
mean,
you guys was having fun though.
I'm,
We were having a
Mhm.
lot of fun. He's hilarious. And I'm hella funny myself. Like, I'm such a big kid. Like, oh my God. And so was he. Like, we would mess around all day, just talking shit and playing with it. I would prank on him. I would scare him, you know, in the middle of the night. He coming out the bathroom. I'm like, boom.
Right.
All over the place.
I
I mean, we
seen
would
that.
really fuck around like that, you know? And he was the one that initiated like the lives,
And I
or the
really
little
liked
skits that we
the
were doing and
skits.
stuff.
They were real cute.
They were
Yes.
cute, right? People took a liking to it. It was all his idea, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, I'll ride with it, I'll roll with it. It was fine.
Right.
We're
Yeah, I seen him with the little
newlyweds, you know, so
cowboy
it was
boots.
cute.
I was like, oh
I thought it was embarrassing, but people, you know, that shit went viral. People liked it. I was like, okay.
it was nice to me. I liked it.
Yeah. We had good times. We were really, really busy though, because you know I also do music.
What
So
you mean?
he wanted me to work with him. It wasn't.
So
I
what
do
did he
music.
want you to do?
I
To
rap.
be gorgeous,
He
Dre
wanted
and Doug?
me to rap. He wanted me to rap with him. You know, we were getting offers like
Nice.
Love and Hip Hop wanted us to come on, and a bunch of other. They wanted us to do the
Mhm.
Walker show. You know, all types of little stuff. So we were gonna go on TV, and I was okay with that. Rapping, I've been rapping since I was
Right.
14, but it was just a hobby to me. I've also done spoken word, so I never thought I would take
Uh-huh.
it as serious as he wanted me to. And so we have a hit song that's actually playing
Nice.
all over the radio in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's called "Stay on Your Toes," and it's unfortunately he's seized and deceased it because of
What?
what's going on. He doesn't.
So y'all
Yeah.
did the song together. Y'all was doing the
And-
music together. The people liked it, you guys together. I mean, I did. And
Yeah.
what happened?
Thank you kindly. Right. How do I say this in an appropriate way? You know, I am
Okay.
writing a book, so I'm going to get into more details in the near future. As far as what happened, I'm a very spiritual woman, and I
Mhm.
don't play with God. Am I holy? No. Am I a sinner? Yes. But
Right.
I do not play with God. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? There's a thin line with that. So I took my vows very seriously. I was not going to leave this man. It was going to be through
Mhm.
sickness and health, you know. And I say that because in the book, you're going to understand more of
Mhm.
what I actually had to go through. And it wasn't easy. But I still said, hey, I'm going to stay down, and this is how we're going to do this. It's fine. There came a point where
How?
he betrayed me. He betrayed me in numerous of ways, to make me feel like I was not
Like how
his
though?
wife.
Like
You know?
Mhm.
Again, I can't get into detail,
You said numerous ways. Like
but there
what was the last
there
thing?
are two
Like
ways.
okay, this is it.
She's a good interviewer. You are amazing, Miss Lady. I hear you. But look, I'm going to tell you like this. There are two reasons why a woman or a man, by the law of God, can leave the marriage.
Mhm.
One being abandonment. If your mate abandons you, like financially,
Yeah.
like, you know, he just leaves you with nothing. And two, infidelity. So
One or two.
it has to be one or the other, or maybe both.
Mhm.
Dig that.
So have you spoken to him recently?
No.
No, I had heard something about he had disrespected your son, or you know, something like that. You know, was
Yeah, he surely did. Yes. even then, right after those two that I just explained to you, after those two things, if you know, if all of that had passed, I would have still forgiven. I would have just moved accordingly into my favor.
Right.
You know what I mean? As a woman, we just have to, you know, maneuver in certain different ways. When it came down to him disrespecting my kid, that's when I put a solid stop. I put a solid stop. And the way he did it, it was so against everything that I stand on and where I have been. And you've been in the space, so you understand, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do that. We don't play like that. We don't act like that, you know? So he did some sour stuff that he just gave the game a bad name. And I can't be related to that because he's a reflection of me.
And so you left him. It was your idea after.
I left him and I never came back. I went back one time.
So did he know you was leaving, or did you run off like a 304?
Oh, he knew.
Like a thief on the night.
Blow up on him. Okay, no. I actually left with him knowing, and I announced it publicly to the world. I put a bold divorce thing on the Instagram, and I said, "Yep, I'm leaving."
Did you tell him? Did you talk to him? It was like,
and then
sugar free. That's so. You know, did you talk to him and let him know? I don't think it's gonna work out. I gotta go.
Before I even said that, I said, let's go to counseling.
So he was already doing some old messy ass shit before the kid thing. Okay.
Yeah. I said, let's go to counseling. Let's get marriage counseling. Let's work these things out. And he wasn't having it. You know, he ain't no man gonna tell me what to do with my life, and I'm a grown man, you know. So I was like, okay, well, I got to go. I have got to go, and I'm not coming back.
He ain't said nothing,
and he knew that. He knew that very well.
So, do you think maybe he did that for marketing purposes?
Yes. Yes.
It was a stunt?
In my heart, I believe so. I believe so. Because do y'all know that he got baptized with me in the same tub?
Yeah, so what was that about?
He was playing with your spirituality.
Girl, that's that's going overboard a little bit.
I got baptized with the devil himself.
So you gotta get baptized, you gotta get washed again.
You have to get washed again.
No, listen, I took it. I took it as it was. You know what I mean? My heart was.
So did you really like him? I mean, you really. I mean, because you guys looked good together, and when you guys were doing the skits, and and all that stuff, and it made it seem to me that you were making him happy, that you were making him more relevant again.
I'm gonna answer that. I really like the idea of him since I was 14 years old, listening to music and seeing in his concerts who he portrayed to be was the man of my dreams, because I didn't think any other man could ever handle a woman like me. So he was like, oh my God, to me. But understanding him and getting to know him, I was forced. I started to force myself to like him.
What do you mean, force yourself?
He wasn't what I expected.
Once you got married.
He wasn't. Once I got to really sleep next to this man, be next to this man, eat next to this man, be with him 24/7, he's different. He's different than his character.
How?
He's different.
Look, well, I done turned off the thing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Chef,
Yeah.
she seemed like she was making him relevant again. And
Mhm.
I think the
Yeah.
marketing thing was real good,
He
but
was
then
gaining a little more popularity and whatnot. But it did look like honestly, it did look like a
it didn't look
publicity
like a
stunt.
It
publicity
did.
stunt to me.
It kind of did.
It didn't look like a publicity stunt.
But shit, to be honest, I thought maybe you was in on it. Shit.
I actually I walked away with nothing. I'll tell you that much. I walked away with not just nothing, but I took a major loss. I lost
You
my
lost your career. How?
He wanted me to be with him 24/7. The job that I was working was not
What
permit me to do that.
you was
So I
doing?
had to leave my job. I was working as a
And
patient
so you can't
consultant.
go back to your job?
No, not walked
So
away from.
now what you gonna do?
You know, I have I have a lot of things on my plate that are presenting themselves to me, like the podcast, the YouTube channel. I'm working on the book. I just did a do you guys
Who?
know Fab, the rapper,
Yeah.
Mr. Fab? Okay, so I just did a song with
Mm-hmm.
him that should be coming out next week. So I'm still gonna do my
Okay.
music thing. I'm looking for management. Unfortunately, he made it seem like a lot of people in the Bay are not gonna mess with me. He told me he was gonna cut my water
Mm-hmm.
off as far as business. He doesn't want DJs and
Uh-huh.
promoters to work with me. But money talks, bullshit walks. Okay. And so far I've been having a lot of support and love from the people in the Bay. They're rocking with me. So I'm gonna start, I'm gonna try to do something with Filthy Rich. I'm gonna start
Mm-hmm.
working with Keith the Sneak. And then, we'll see where else it can go. But as far as and I'm not used to slow money. I have slow
Uh-huh.
money. I have investments. I'm a smart girl. You know what I mean? But I need my fast money. I need
What
it
happened to your
to come in.
escort service?
And so I'm not. Oh, that was
I'm saying, what
15,
happened to it?
16
Why
years
you
ago.
stopped?
I changed my life, my entire life. I changed my entire
What
life.
you did? Got squared up? What made you stop? You get busted?
No, no, never
What
did.
made you stop?
Um,
Oh, God.
I surrendered my entire life to God.
That's right. And then here comes sugar free. Here come the devil.
Good God.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
It's hot
time.
in here. Well, I mean, I really like how you bounce back. That's a good
Thank you, Kai.
thing. And then also we've seen those pictures. Where did you get them from? What was that? He photoshopped them shit?
But
He
say it again.
photoshopped it?
Oh yeah, that's not me.
Yeah, sound like somebody. All them nails,
Can you hear me?
Crow. It's static in the thing.
What? Oh God.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
didn't think it
Photoshop.
was you. But what made him do that?
I really can't. I don't know because I'm not that type of person. That shit makes no sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up around players all of my life. We don't do that.
And then when you
we don't
left,
do
when you
that.
got ready to leave, you was like, bye. And then,
Yeah, yeah. I went and I went back to get my items. He had somebody else bring my stuff. I didn't want to see anybody, so I was staying in a hotel. I said, bring it to the front of the concierge. I dropped off the box. It was really nicely packaged. I went and got my box. I opened up my box. I had some bedazzled Swarovski. I like nice things. I had some Swarovski bedazzled boots that were about $1,800, cut up with scissors.
what?
Dresses cut up.
That's crazy.
You know. So that was my last endeavor going over to that side, to SoCal. You know what I mean? So, you know, he's just mad. That's all I can really figure. You know, when he just wanted to hit
I
below
just
the
don't
belt, and when a man is
understand
down,
why in the hell he don't have you come and marry him and then pull that bullshit.
well, here, this is what I see in my gut. I'll tell you this much. And you asked me, you know, why would what I expected him to be, right? And I didn't feel like he loved me. I didn't feel that connection. Like we were good as friends, we were working good together, but I didn't feel that real genuine love.
So
like, I didn't
what
feel
do
like he
you
really
think
had
that
my
he
back.
wanted out of you?
You know, exactly what he got. When I got with him, he had 3 followers. He's passed a $500,000. Okay. He got signed to death row.
Right.
I don't want to name other people.
You made him
really
relevant again, basically.
in front of me. Eye contact, telling me, I'm ready to do real business with y'all. He was no longer a liability. He looked good because he was married to a stand-up woman. You know, that's what I feel in my blood, that it really loved. He didn't love me.
Publicity to get, and after he got what he wanted, after he got signed to those labels, and people start reaching out to him. And you know, that's how some people, and that's what I say too about other individuals. You know, when they use you, once they get, you know, a little publicity and their numbers go up and they get the high hat, then they, you know, they feel like they don't need you no more. You know what I mean? And that is messed up. But then when things like that happen, they don't last.
And even then, Miss Lady, I would be like, that's okay. Give me my issue. Bless me with that, and let me go in peace. Let me be. Don't just dog me out on my child like that. You know? Right. Because that's bad business. That's bad. I've never done bad business with nobody. You know what I mean? My reputation and my name is everything I have.
Well, at least you snap back. At least you snap back. You know, even when he did try to destroy you and still trying to destroy you, you don't. It seemed like you ain't even paying no attention to that.
I'm hurt about how he did my family. You know, the shit that, you know, my son is 15 years old. He's seen what he posted.
Really?
His classmates seen what he posted. My family, my mom. Yeah, I mean, that shit is, you know, it's painful. And they noticed, they seen it. So I'm hurt because of that, you know? And I'm a nurturing woman. Like, that's my child. So, of course, I'm going to feel a certain way. And then just the setback, like me having to lose my job and start brand new. You know, I was with those people for about 5 years. I was making really, really good money. I was
so you
about
just
182
quit
a year. You know, I was forced to resign, type of thing. Like they were pretty much telling me to exit out. You know, and I had to, even if, you know, it was inevitable. I had to, because my job is here in the Bay. we were living in SoCal. We were going to buy a really big mansion here in the Bay. We actually went to see it. We applied, you know, it was all that going on. But thank God that didn't fall through. So it was a lot of going back and forth. There was no way I could have managed all of that. And he really needed me to be there 24/7. He didn't want to let me out of his sight.
That's crazy.
You know? Yeah. I'll tell whoever is on here, all 32 of you beautiful people, I'll say it like this, especially women. Do not let any man get you in a position to where you are completely vulnerable. Do not let any man know what you got in your pocket, in your fucking bank account. I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's your husband of 20, 30, 40, 50 years. You do not tell nobody the exact amount of what you're holding.
Right.
And
that's what I always say, you know, to these women. You know, keep something for yourself. And, you know, the game is, you know, designed for us to lose, you know, so at least you got be smart, you know, and us women, you know, we move with emotions. You know, we get caught up and they, oh, I love you, and they make you think you beautiful, and oh, y'all want to marry you, and, you know, make you think we're going to have a future together. We're going to do this and that. And all the time, they don't even